What's in the box? What's in the box?
Three rad dudes with nothing better to do get abducted by the crew of the starship Alpha 2. They're from the planet Q, which, due to a space-time loop, is stuck in 82 and must be rescued. They need our heroes to discuss the latest news and give their reviews of games and movies too. Sure hope you're not confused. We swear this is all true, not just the premise too. The Totally Rad Show.
Totally rad show, totally rad, totally rad show, totally rad, totally rad show, totally rad, totally rad show, totally rad show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Totally Rad Show, episode number 7. I'm Alex Albrecht.
I'm Jeff Kanata.
I'm Dan Trachtenberg.
That's right. We here at the Totally Rad Show make omelets out of rad and feed them up al dente. Which
delicious.
Which means
double
they're not
rad.
cooked
Nope.
all the way?
Not completely.
No, that's what they
It's
do.
the best way to have eggs.
So we give
That's
you
the
salmonella
activity.
here at Totally Rad Show.
Dude, but the salmonella is radicity.
You know what else we give you at Totally Rad Show?
What?
Well, from now on, we showed the shirts last week
Yeah.
that everybody's excited about. We have another product that we're showing.
Wait, what's that? What would that
That's
be? What kind of product would that be? Holy Totally Rad Show!
sweatshirt.
Dude!
This just in.
Yes,
This is just in.
I got that.
We're actually in stock. We can sell them now. Go to Jinx.
.com/revision3. We're gonna have like a jinx.com/TRS, I'm assuming, but
For now.
I just got the email that we were all goodsies gozies, so we said we should tell everybody. Love the sweatshirt.
Yeah. Be the
Envy of everybody in the world.
Yeah. Be the first
It's a
person
very
on
nice
your block.
It's a very nice sweatshirt. It's very it's thin.
Yes.
It's not bulky.
And it's,
Right.
I mean, we're in the, I love that we're now the Home Shopping Network. You'd be surprised at the
It's got these
quantness.
tassels.
Do we have a collar? I hear a collar.
Yeah, it's like,
No, we
I was
don't have
gonna
any
start.
collars.
I was going to start being fake collar. So let's get right into the show. We have a couple updates.
Yeah.
One in which I know about, and the other one is being secreted away.
Well, I mean, it's not that big a deal. I just figured if I'm going to tell you guys,
I love being surprised.
let's include them
So
in
tell
on the
your
telling.
update first.
So my update is
Senor.
that I actually got through after my horrible experience with Apple iTunes. I finally illegally got the Avatar series.
What? That didn't happen. Because
Well,
we-
I
we
say it
think-
illegally just because I got it from somebody that didn't.
It was
Illegally.com.
Illegally.com, which is actually a pay.
Completely
for
legal.
copyright. Completely legal.
It's actually a great
It
idea
is.
for a website. And
Illegal.
if we don't do it, someone should
Somebody
do
else
that
does
and can
it.
send it
Well, maybe
to
they
the
can
GoRaddy.
enter that in the
Dude,
GoRaddy.
yes, the GoRaddy. All right,
still
so I
going.
saw the first season of Avatar and I loved it.
Yay!
It is hysterical. It's such amazing, like how they came up with the stuff. The bending battles, epic,
Yes.
like beginning to end in skis. I watched literally it was like 3 days, and I watched all 20 episodes.
Season 2 is better.
And
And we're
season
gonna
2
watch
is better,
season
we hear.
two.
Let's watch season 2 together.
I think we should.
And like
Agreed.
when we do
Update
TV segments,
people?
it's like
Yes.
we're watching it like it's a weekly thing.
This just in, Aang is now.
I just want to
Jesus.
say Avatar is like Star Wars meets Miyazaki meets old school Jet Li kung fu movies. I will say if
With
you
a little
like,
bit of like even Three Stooges in there. There's so
Yeah.
many like.
straddles that line between
Yeah.
silly and totally serious.
but
and
also very clever. Like what was this, remember you saying, dude? Remember that time with the guy with that really funny?
Oh, the
That's
one that
so
the one
fucking
that
funny.
you had said that I had remembered to say where the guy was like, "I'm too young to die," and he was like, "I'm not, but I still don't want to."
yeah,
Yeah.
great line.
Such a like
Yeah.
what like.
It's a great show. And you know what's really interesting, just real fast, is that I've noticed in my life, it tends to be that I'm playing a video game and I'm watching a show or a movie or reading a book, and
Yeah.
they'll like have these cool synchronicity for me.
Yeah.
Like I remember when I was playing Oblivion, I was reading a book that kind of had the same themes of Oblivion, and it was like these cool worlds, and I felt like I could read a little bit and go and play.
Did you have
Was it
something
an
for
R.
Avatar?
L.
Yes.
Salvatore book or?
No, it was
those
what-
books.
I can't even remember what the book was, but I remember having the experience. That's a horrible
That's an-
anecdote.
Wait, what is the
But-
Avatar
that was-
thing?
Avatar's Puzzle Quest because of the 4 elements. You know, it's like this cool
Oh.
synchronicity
Yes.
for me.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That's awesome.
Yes.
So what was your check-in?
Okay, the other thing, I talked to my buddy at Activision, who you guys know.
Yes.
And I was asking him about Call of Duty 4,
Yes.
Because remember we were talking about the trailer and we were like, we were saying this is
Yeah.
look in game is it in-game footage now? He
Yeah.
said it's more than 90% of it is in-game footage. He said there's like a shot of an eye and a shot of a flag, and a couple of like very quick shots are cutscenes.
Very cool.
Oh.
So the majority of that trailer, the
Well, we're all excited. I mean, we're excited about it.
No,
but
I'm
that's
saying
good to
that's
know.
cool.
So if you haven't watched episode 6 yet,
Yeah.
go back and watch that
Go
to
back
know
and watch
exactly
it.
what we're
Yeah.
talking about on all those
And
things.
buy some shirts and sweatshirts.
Welcome to the movie part of the show.
I love that you don't use the word segment.
I didn't want. I was avoiding it
It's
purposefully.
good. I agree. That's nice to say part of the show.
All right. So here we are,
You're like, ha.
still in this segment,
Yes.
and we're not going to have a big review. We are just going to discuss some news this
So
week.
lay it on us.
So the first bit of juicy morsel cranny.
Moist news.
You can get to it any time,
of
Dan.
news.
We're
Die Hard, Live Free or Die Hard.
Uh,
Bruce Willis had an article in Vanity Fair discussing, I think very much on purpose to get people up in arms, that Live Free or Die Hard is being cut into a PG-13 movie.
wow.
he succeeded in getting me up in arms.
Yes. Now, I will say there's a great article in Anacle News written by Vern over there about this. That I mean, I love this article almost as much as I was up in arms about this news. Like, I was like, I thought it was a
Well,
great...
he's totally encapsulated all the things that were wrong. I mean, it was so like, there's no good reason for them to do this to this movie. It's never been done in the franchise, and he goes and lists all these other very successful franchises that are R-rated. And then talks about the things that are PG-13 and were horrible. I mean, it's just like you can't. And I don't know how you guys feel. I'm assuming you guys feel the same way, which is I was already scared about this movie when I watched the trailer. And the only parts that were intriguing to me were the R parts. So if you take the R parts out, you know what I mean? It's like all of a sudden it's like Fast and the Furious 4 bald guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I don't really want to see that movie.
And it's called, it's called Die Hard. It's called Die Hard.
Yeah.
Which I will say, I always thought about the name,
Yeah.
which now I realize is the greatest name for a movie ever, probably. Like the fact that we all went to go see movies called Die Hard and Die Harder. You know what I mean? It's called Die Hard.
I'm going to say I was never
But I thought it was
in
based
love-
off The Battery when I was a kid.
Yeah, me too, actually.
I never did that.
And know how I knew it was a battery? Short Circuit 2. There was a scene with the car open and there was
And
a
there's
Die Hard battery.
God, it's horrible.
Oh
Oh,
my
speaking
God.
of which, I don't know, it's
What?
another rant for another time. I'll do it in the TV segment. CSI New York's product placement is becoming,
Like Short Circuit 2?
it's trying to rape commerce. Anyway, I'll tell you all about it. It was awesome. But I'm going to totally disagree. I think the Die Hard 2 is how that movie should be titled. Die Harder, it's like, it's Die Dark Man Die to me, and I've never loved those
That's what's
titles.
cool about it to me. It's called, first one was called Die Hard.
Yes, and Die Hard 2 would have been just as epic
No,
for
but-
me
but-
than Die
but
Harder.
why not maintain
and then
that,
maybe
like,
now we're
can't
still
be-
trying to die, and then please, dying is not quite working for us. Die Hard Part 4. You
I don't
know what
know.
I mean? Like,
I disagree.
I agree with you.
But, I know, that's cool. I'm just saying,
accept that.
I'm going
I
to
accept it.
going back to the PG-13 thing.
Yeah.
I think it's horrible. It's horseshit. What are you doing?
I couldn't agree more. I mean, I think it's...
Just like agreed, moving on.
Well, yeah, I mean, for a character whose catchphrase is "Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker,"
Right.
do you get one of those now in the movie? I guess.
Oh, yeah,
You can say "fuck" once in.
Yeah, but I don't know if you can say motherfucker once.
I guess that's worse somehow.
Well, all of it's worth. I think
It's a bad idea,
No, the whole thing is
jeans,
bad,
man.
yeah.
I love those jeans.
Bad
Really,
idea
really good fit.
jeans.
It's
they're
a Saturday
horrible.
Night Live reference.
One thing that Vern said that I have to say I thought was a genius insight is that the Die Hard movies are not the movies you were allowed to see.
Right.
Right.
They were the movies, as he puts it, that your dad took you to see so that you would think your dad is cool. You know? Or like to me, they were
Your
the movie that
stepdad.
I saw over my friend's house because my
Right.
parents wouldn't let me, so I
Yeah.
snuck and I felt,
You know what? I think another
Guilty.
RoboCop was
Another
actually-
great point he makes is that the kids who are in that age group to see that movie were 4 when the last one came out. Not when the first one came out, when the last one came out.
And that's
You know what I mean?
ridiculous.
So you're not winning. The movie is targeted at people who remember this franchise, and those are dudes
Yeah.
like us
Right.
or older.
Well, it's also trying to bring people into the franchise, but
But now that goes to say, I mean, I like Bruce Willis, and I think he's still in tip top, but
Yeah, man.
he's going to be Harrison Ford
still-
pretty soon. So if they're going to go, we're now trying to set this up for the kiddies to like Bruce Willis as an action hero for the next 3 movies. I don't know if you get 3
it's
movies.
like,
out
was
of him.
Bad Boys unsuccessful? Was The Rock unsuccessful?
Well, there's a whole
Let-
genre.
Matrix,
Let-
RoboCop. I mean,
I think Lethal Weapon is even a better comparison.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's the genre that this is. This like, it's very real, very gritty, very.
Well,
I mean,
I don't know. See, this is the thing. Now, you brought up about Die Hard when you saw the trailer. You didn't like, and I agree, when the car leaping into the helicopter and the whatever.
yeah.
But I will say, and I was articulating to them that like, first Die Hard was the most real for sure, but still, he ties hose to himself and leaps off a building.
what we wanna
I know
see-
he then had the glass. I'm just saying, and there was,
No, I know.
and people are shooting at him
dude, I
with
was in
Uzis,
the, I
and
was
they're
in
not
the
hitting
Nakatomi
him.
building.
Well, yeah, I've been there.
I know. I mean, I
Yeah.
was literally like, Wednesday I was in there for a meeting. I was like,
it's Fox. It's
Fox Plaza in Century City.
well, what we want to see with John McClane, the whole idea of Die Hard and John McClane is a guy who needs to improvise his way through defeating the bad guys.
It's MacGyver with a potty mouth. And if he doesn't have the potty mouth,
Interesting.
if he doesn't have the potty mouth, he's the clean-cut hockey player. I mean, give him a hockey stick, and let's call it MacGyver Part 4.
hilarious.
I mean, seriously, because you're right. It's all about, like, how do I get out of here? Oh, shit, they shut the glass. Now I'm walking barefooty and hurdy.
Why did I bring up the?
You didn't.
What did you say right before? All right,
We should hit some more
move
news.
on.
Let's
Yeah.
hit some more news.
All right. So, other big deal this week, they released a picture, as well as there's this video secret on the internet. I don't know if we can grab that video because the site hosting the video has been down.
I saw it fine when you emailed it to me. I just
Okay.
wondered
Well,
what
maybe.
happened.
But there's a video / picture. You didn't see the video, you saw the picture
Right.
of the Iron Man suit.
Of what is possibly what's his butt in the Iron Man suit.
Well,
Robert Downey Jr.
Robert Downey-
Well,
no,
I think
because he said in the thing, he said he wanted to be in the suit as much as possible. Wasn't that?
I think
Jon
it's a
Favreau?
stuntman testing.
Let me ask you this:
Yeah.
what else has Jon Favreau directed
Zathura.
specifically?
No,
Zathura.
he directed Maid
yeah.
and Zathura
And
Now,
Elf.
Here's
and Elf.
Oh, all right. I like that.
let me.
I'm very
Either
concerned
of the
about
two.
this.
I know.
I have some very strong feelings.
Well,
about
you
this.
love this character.
I love this character. I'm a huge Marvel zombie. I honestly
I am also a
could
zombie.
not be more thrilled with everything I've seen out of this before up till now. Now, Favreau, like you said, I didn't
Yeah.
see Zathura.
I did finally.
Is it any good?
It's okay. It's good. It made me feel a little bit better because there's some
cool and
visual, stylistic choices, kinda. But to me, movies like this, I don't want to interrupt on your point, but to me, movies like this should have visionary directors.
Well, listen to this.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys have heard this, but what he has come on the record and said about, first of all, the image we see of the Iron Man suit
Yes.
could not be more perfect.
Oh, it's cool. Yeah, it's super cool.
Perfect.
And the image of Robert Downey Jr. with the
the-
heart thing.
With the heart and the
Wonderful.
Mark One. Did you see the image
Yeah,
of
the Mark One,
No, I
the
didn't
original
see that.
Iron Man, the gray Iron Man.
Big Gray, his first iteration.
that he
Right.
builds out of spare parts. Okay, but what Favreau has said is that at every point he wants to try, if he can get the effect practically, he wants to get the effect practically.
Well,
and he said the
that's
movie
already
that he's looking at as a template for how to shoot this stuff is Top Gun. He said Top Gun, the air flying around scenes.
Oh.
You know, that's how you shoot air combat things. That's how you make them exciting. And he
We're
said,
gonna have a gay volleyball scene.
I was gonna say it was like a
Perhaps.
lot of tight shorts.
those jump cuts in the volleyball thing.
That's awesome.
I think that kind of approach to it to say what the way he feels about CGI is that there's stuff where CGI works, but if you can have the actual
Then do it.
explosion
I love
having in front of the actual actor,
love that.
he's always going to react in a more
Yeah.
realistic way,
Got it.
in a way that the audience will relate to in a bigger way. And he said, when he, excuse me, when he was doing Zathura, that they needed a robot to burst through a wall. They built a wall. They built a robot. They bust the wall with the robot. And he said it ended up being cheaper and it ended up looking better because the actors who were sitting there who had to react to it didn't have to go, ooh. They actually freaking freaked out because there was a wall being busted in front of them.
With some sort of robot and then a couple of union
And that
guys.
to me is
Ah.
that's an awesome approach.
I love that sentiment. I love where
Minus
his
the
heart
Top
is.
Gun.
I love where his heart is. And I, in many ways, feel the same in thinking about making things and stuff.
Yeah.
That being said, Zathura wasn't that great.
I'm just nervous because
And
as soon
I
as
will also
saw-
say Top Gun. I remember watching it recently and feeling like I'd love to see. We haven't seen a movie like Top Gun since Top Gun. I'd love to see it now because this is very dated. It's very like cut to missile, psh, cut to flying.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like hard to get the geography
Cut
of things.
to Tom Skerritt.
Felt really
Cut
cool
to.
at the time. You know what I mean? That just just commenting on that reference. I like that he's saying that, and I like the idea of using things practical. He did the same thing on Elf. He did everything forced perspective. He didn't make CG
Right.
people. Peter Jackson did that too. Peter Jackson did a combination of practical and
Right.
CG,
Right.
and I think we might want something more like that. I like that you say that, but
I like
it's
that
also
Jon
like
Favreau said that.
a lot of times, saying it isn't as great as the way.
Well,
it's
that's all
actually
we've got
put.
up till now.
I know,
Yeah.
no, I'm just saying.
Also, the
I'm just-
cast we're looking at this point: Gwyneth Paltrow, Terrence Howard, Robert Downey Jr. Those are great, awesome choices.
Huge Terrence Howard.
Oh my
Oh,
god!
I love him.
He
I
looks
think
too
he's
much
great.
like Eve from America's Next Top Model. I think they might be the same person.
Weird.
It
We're
just
definitely
got
doing
weird. It just got weird.
No.
It's just weird 'cause
Wait,
you watch
no,
America's
watch
Next
the
Top
podcast.
Model.
You will see two of the same people sitting up there going.
Oh, you know what I was gonna say about Spidey, by the
Wiggly
way?
and Goose. What?
Doesn't Tobey Maguire look like Sam Raimi? Or both Raimis?
No.
Yes, he does.
This is like when you
Watch
said,
it, same person. Yes.
This is like when you
Steve,
said
what do you think?
the guy from Battlestar looked
I've
exactly
never
like.
seen Sam Raimi.
The guy from Master looks like Cliffy B. You picked a bad picture. You picked a bad
First off,
picture.
that's
All right, let's
let's
move
get off
on.
of
All right,
picture
can we move
paint
on?
here,
All right, we can move
Bill
on.
Cosby.
Is there another? We got
Let's
another
move
topic,
on
right?
to other topics.
Come on, Dan. Come on.
Well, small little tip. Actually, real quick,
Small
they
little-
did cast what's her tits.
That's a word you never use.
C.
You're using all the time.
Get it? C?
Liv Tyler in the Hulk movie.
All right, B.
Oh.
I have nothing to say. That cool. Okay, yeah, I like it.
Whatever.
Other than the fact that it's
Is she going
like
to be speaking Elvish?
it's kind of like they cast General
Banner.
Connolly originally, and now they have her. It's
Yeah,
like they look.
it's the bizarro version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Monster Squad.
Wow.
Monster Squad is finally being released on DVD. You're getting the full 80s slow clap. Which didn't turn into anything. Awesome,
news.
right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm excited because
Finally.
I really want to see this again because I have so many jagged memories of it, but it's been so long since I've seen it that like when you did that amazing German accent on the last show with "You want a piece of pie,"
That was a couple shows ago, but yeah.
it hits me in a place, and the place is hidden. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
So I'm excited because I know that like Wolfman's got no, you know what I mean? Like they call
My
him
name
Lawrence.
is Horace.
I was gonna say Lawrence, but I think that's Mr. Lawrence. Anyway,
Yeah.
so I'm excited to see this again because I don't want to ever pull my VCR out of the closet again.
I'm hoping there's awesome extra features.
There's commentary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Until now, you can only get the DVD on like eBay, peanut butter solution style.
Wait, there was a DVD? Oh, I see. what you
Well,
mean.
like some
Yeah,
guy,
yeah, rip
some guy
screws.
transferred his
Yeah,
VHS
got it.
over to DVD
Got
and he
it.
sold it for.
You know what all those news were, Rad?
They were.
Here's the way this is going to work. You get points based on if your movie is exactly in the spot that you predicted it would be, or if it's in one or two spots adjacent. We also have 3 dark horse picks, which are not picks that are in our top 10, but are dark horses that we didn't have confidence to put in our top 10, but if they actually make it in the top 10, we get 1 point for those. Okay, boys, it's your time.
All right.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna check back in at the end of summer, like the beginning of September, and we're gonna see who won.
Wow,
And when it's me, these guys are gonna watch my car.
So this is gonna go into a time capsule.
My number 1 is Transformers.
Okay.
Where did you put Transformers?
Yeah, you can say that.
4.
I did too.
You stole my.
No, and let me tell you why. Because I think Transformers is not going to be as good as everybody wants it.
Oh, I want it to be good. I just don't think it's not a proven property.
No.
I agree, but here's what I'm banking on.
Let's hope it works.
I really think that Transformers is inherently going to be on the top 10. It's going to make
Agreed.
money anyway, and then I actually think that it's going to be a good movie that's going so good that it's going to push it to the
That's
max.
what we're
Dan's-
that's what we're thinking. Is
I'm banking on
Dan's
that.
banking on
Dan's
Transformers.
list is his points.
No,
It is.
it's not. It's not. The thing about Spider-Man is I actually, as the week has gone by,
Spider-Man was my 3. Spider-Man
Spider-Man
is
Mine's my
my 3.
3 too. We have a very similar list, certainly.
that's scary.
Except you like
That's scary for you, Mr. Watch.
Mr. Watch both of our
But
cars.
Can I just say that, like, the thing that sucks is I hate putting movies that I feel like I'm going to hate.
No, I know. And there are a couple movies that I didn't want to succeed, and I was like, I'm not fucking putting that in my 5.
This is a top 10.
I know.
This is a dispassionate list.
I know.
So what's your dispassionate 5?
My passion 5 is Ratatouille. I hope that.
I hope it's great.
Yeah.
Ratatouille. I don't even know why that's on your
The
list.
new Pixar movie.
I know what Ratatouille is.
What Pixar has not? There's never been a Pixar movie that hasn't been in the top 10. I don't even think there's been a Pixar movie that hasn't been one of the highest-grossing movies.
Kids aren't into rats.
Are so
Mine's
low.
Simpsons.
See, that's a scary. You see,
Simpsons movie. Dude, everybody's wanted one. Now it's here.
there's
I do.
Simpsons.
Too late.
So I agree,
I know.
but so that audience is so massive.
Yeah. And
But at the same time, it could be bad. It could not be
I know.
good.
That's why I put it 5. But that's why I put it 5.
I just barely got it on. Die Hard.
Me too.
Huge.
Especially with the news that we talked about in this week's episode about how it's potentially going to be PG-13. I think it's going to make them all money.
I hate that you said that. Well, you justified what the studios are doing.
You want to know where Die Hard 4 is on my list? 10, and I almost didn't make my list.
If it's bad, it is not. That's a movie that bad word of mouth people won't care to go see.
Yeah, it's talk about too late.
Well, you're number 6 too, bro. My 7 is Evan Almighty. I think it's time for a comedy. Like, although I had Shrek 3 high, and that's a comedy.
I wanted
think
a comedy
there's always
high.
a kind of non-animated comedy. That's
Break Up
made.
last year was very high. I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry.
You put and now pronounce you Chuck and Larry on your list?
Dark Horse.
Oh, good.
But dude, Adam Sandler.
Dude, no, I know.
We're not the Dark Horses yet.
Okay.
Let's unbullshit.
Born Supremacy. I thought was the better movie, but I think I'm in the minority.
You definitely
Not in this group.
And I think,
Oh, what? Yeah.
Oh, I
well,
think
then I'm in the.
but I think like Pirates, I think it left the people less interested in going to the theater.
Well, but that's why it's 7. All right. So what do you have for 8? Mine is Final Fantasy 2. I mean, not
What?
Final Fantasy 2. It says FF2. I have to abbreviate.
Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four 2.
As bad as I think that movie is going to be,
The first one made a
people
lot of
see it. It's gonna make a lot of money.
I think people are going to have a little superhero burnout by the time it comes out.
Man, I may be fucking Die Hard. You're right.
I think you got. No, you were screwed with that. You can't say fuck.
I agree with you there too.
Hey, welcome to the video games section for the week.
Yes, not a segment, a section.
Hey!
Why do you hate that word?
I don't know. I just thought maybe you did that on purpose because I did that.
Hey, welcome to the video games segment this week. So, if you've been watching our show at all,
Which hopefully you have, and if you haven't,
welcome.
well, hello.
Why are you tuning in midway through?
Yeah, go see episode 1. It's pretty
Actually,
good. They get better.
start on 2. I like 2.
At 2. All right, start on 2.
2's got that cool opening. All right.
Welcome to the video games section this week. So, if you've been watching our show at all, even including the intro to this show, we are in love with Puzzle Quest.
Oh God.
And we've been playing it on the DS.
Yes.
And we think it's Fantasgreat. It just was announced.
I didn't know I thought that, but I
It
do.
summed me up.
Yeah.
Actually, Fantasmagreat. Sounds a little bit like Fantastic.
Just was announced this week that Puzzle Quest is going to be released on Xbox Live Arcade.
Oh my God, my life
Interesting.
is dead because you know there is the online multiplayer.
Online multiplayer.
Oh Lord.
Yes, I am so building up.
So we
a
gotta
new
build up
character.
characters, we gotta play online multiplayer,
I'm doing a knight.
and achievements.
Ow!
Hello.
Hurt my hand.
God, I might stick with my warrior. I'm really happy with my warrior. 43.
Wow, look at this guy with his level 43.
You know who you are? I'm not even saying.
Who am I? No, who am I?
I know you're gonna say.
You know what I'm going to
No,
say.
who am I?
A certain WoW player.
Yeah, it's a certain WoW player of
Oh.
ours that's already at level 50 bazillion.
All right,
What's
so
up, dude?
I'm about to blow your minds though.
Well, I'm ready for a brain job.
The same guys in their announcement of releasing Puzzle Quest on Xbox Live Arcade.
The guys that we love because they did Puzzle Quest.
Yeah, Infinite. Wish I could remember the name of that.
Oh, I can see the logo.
Crisis?
Furo- it's like
Steve, put it up right there, would you?
There you go.
Thank you.
Infinite ferocity. Infinite ferocity?
No, I think that's something
some sort of
else. It's
robot.
written right there. People can see it.
I don't see it.
Those guys announced another game they're working on.
Okay.
It's called Galactrix.
Ooh.
Puzzle Quest set in space.
Whoa.
Puzzle Quest?
4-player multiplayer.
There you go. There. Brava.
It's on. We'll put up a couple of screenshots.
What's it called again?
It's called Galactrix.
Oh, like Galactrix is sweeping the
Galactrix
nation.
is actually very. I like that name a lot.
If
I was making a space movie, I'd want it titled Galactrix.
It looks exactly the same.
It sounds
It's
like
got-
a porn based in space.
Actually,
Galactrix?
it makes me think of a cereal with this spaceships in it.
like an eating cereal.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. No, I'm on board with that.
Charms. Just because it has the word tricks in it.
From Charms.
Galactrix are for Galact kids. Anyway, the game looks really, really cool.
It does?
Yeah,
I'm
it's
excited.
got the same art style. It's got like the characters you talk to, like
Yeah.
in the sort of anime look, and then it's got.
Hopefully it has better music.
I think the puzzling is going to be a
turned off
little bit
music.
different. It's going to be.
Well, it should be, because at the end of the day, we don't want them to just slap on, because the Bejeweled aspect of the puzzles were so like, wow, it's that. If it was just Bejeweled again, I'd be like, nah, you can just play Puzzle Quest. I mean, the stories are cool and all, but at the end of the day, it's how that you implement the fighting style.
But as much as I love fantasy, I'm a sucker for sci-fi. So like the fact that it's in a sci-fi setting, I mean,
Yeah.
I've always said that I love WoW, but if they made StarCraft, World of StarCraft,
Or
Wow.
Star Wars Galaxies.
No, that was one. Let's not get on the bandwagon of me loving that game.
Too much.
That was an experience that I will hold near and dear to my heart for a very long time. But I still play WoW. I was actually just I was leveling my skinning.
So that'd be interesting if they.
Oh, I
what would
found two
another
blue
puzzle?
items today. I'll take them.
Like if it was like Tetris as the battle or something?
Yeah,
Is that
right.
the kind of.
I think that it's going to be a different. They haven't released a lot of details, but it's going to be,
Well, it could be-
DS, PC, Xbox Live Arcade, PSP.
Quirk as the puzzle?
You can't get off that. Game.
Or Cubert. Cubert as the puzzle.
Okay,
All right,
Snood, if you don't know what Snood is, it's Bust a Move.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Right.
Well, I guess there is that in Puzzle Quest anyway. Is there anything else different about Galactrix?
They haven't revealed a lot, but it looks very cool.
Remember how we used to say we had favorite words to say?
No.
Remember we were having a conversation about
Yeah.
what word you love to say? I said crevice at one point. I'm actually loving Galactrix. That might be
I don't remember that
Can we-
conversation. Maybe I was drunk.
Lips was my unfavorite word.
I remember the unfavorite conversation because of lips.
Yeah.
And Dingleberry, was that the...
I did not
you
say
didn't-
that.
didn't say
Okay,
that.
let's move on from that.
All right.
Another game that was announced this week is a new LucasArts game
Ooh, yeah.
called Fracture, and we sall the video.
Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah, with Anthony Hopkins.
It's a law drama game. You're sitting behind.
The whole concept behind it is it's going to be deformable terrain. So you're going to be able to like throw grenades. It looks like you throw grenades and they make holes in the ground or build things
stuff.
up.
It's earthbending.
It's earthbending from our other favorite thing, Avatar. Dan, what do you think? Does it look like something you would want to play?
Pretty much, I think.
Did you ever play Red Faction?
No. I remember
did.
that we had. Yeah, why?
That was the other game that was supposed to do this kind of thing. Which
Well,
was,
but that was just not deformable. That was just destructible environments. And that was
Right.
one of the things I'm going to say was that when I saw the news that LucasArts was like this fracture and that it was fully destructible environments, I was like,
Didn't Black have that?
yeah,
Also?
every video game
That
that's
they
ever
did
been
now.
made now has that because physics.
ever been made now.
Yeah, like you pick it, Puzzle Quest, completely destructible environments. It's an interesting hack, but in watching the video and seeing, oh, that's not what they meant to say. The article had it wrong. It's fully deformable. That you're actually recreating the landscape. Seems well.
sweet.
I mean, it depends upon how they implement it. Because it seemed like if they implement it, like, did you ever play not Psychonauts?
Oh,
Psyops?
Psyops, where you
Yeah.
can like.
Oh, dude, if they
things
implement it like that, because that by the end it was like so like that's how Jedi Knight should have been.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like if that was, it's KOTOR has that, or like the new MMO KOTOR coming out from. You know what I mean? Because it
The
was very
international
like.
Are you at a
symbol of
rave
Jedi.
with glow sticks?
That's the international symbol of Jedi.
It's this, Dan. No, this is I'm throwing shit, and I didn't even. I'm like, this is me earthbending.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Although that's more waterbending.
I just have images of playing multiplayer in that game, and like I'm running towards somebody, and he throws, and the ground opens up, and I fall in. And I mean,
Yeah.
that sounds awesome, right?
That does sound awesome.
Or your buddy's running towards somebody and you see them coming and you throw a grenade and your buddy gets launched up this ramp that you made. And
Here's what I'd like to say. The difference between what you guys were just referencing, the blacks. As I said it, is there a look that I had right when I finished it? I was like the blacks, and I was like, oh no, came out of my mouth.
oh my god, the look on your face was just like it was like nobody did anybody hear that?
The show's destroyed! the show. Oh my god.
So games like Black.
Yes.
And what was the other one you said? Can I move on? Help.
Red Fraction.
Red Faction. Right? Games like that.
We've lost Jeff, but let's try to continue going.
Games like that. I'm gonna lose if I don't keep it together.
That's right.
Games like that. They have destructible environments.
Yes.
Right?
They do.
And it's a graphical thing.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
The cool thing about
Dad, where'd you go? How did you leave? You were just making a great point.
It's sinking in.
I apologize to all the viewers.
The cool thing about Fracture is that is it's not like the Blacks.
Oh my god, that's
Yes.
Move on to a new topic.
No, I just want to talk.
We need to.
Don't be tender
The
with
cool
me.
thing about
Don't you dare be
Fracture,
tender.
the cool thing about Fracture is that it doesn't seem like it's a little graphic thing. Okay. It's a gameplay thing.
And it's an underground.
Oh my god, this is one big outtake.
No, it's like an under. Yeah, it's like the It's not just like the graphics. It's like it actually is regenerating the terrain map.
And it changes the way you play the game.
Yes.
Right.
And that's
changes the way you play the game.
Here's more for
These are all very good points.
Here's some more for as cool looking as it is.
Okay. This is a train wreck. We've ruined the show.
I love this show. This is my favorite ever.
Okay, new topic. There is an old game called Boulder Dash. Not Boulder Dash, the board game with words.
That's what I thought.
But Boulder Dash was a game I played so much when I was a kid. I had it for PC. I had it when I had like a CGA monitor.
I love that.
So I had like 4 colors.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, God.
Dude, when VGA came out, we were like,
Dude.
Stop.
Dude, when
We're on
VGA
a
came
new
out, and
thing.
then SVGA,
Yes.
and then Hercules, or
Oh,
whatever
Hercules
that
was first. Hercules was monochrome.
I don't know what that
Hercules
is.
is
No,
monochrome.
Hercules.
I
What was the one
guarantee
that
you.
was like 8, 10 by 4?
he knows his shit about old school computers.
I do. You
that
can't
is
even
true.
look at me anymore because you made
No,
me
he's
weep.
done.
All right. I just want to apologize to the viewers.
Boulder Dash?
So what Boulder Dash? So go on with Boulder Dash, because for me,
It's a great game.
I
Anyway,
saw
they-
that.
I had no
yeah,
idea what it
go.
was.
It was a game I played compulsively. You had to like eliminate. You were a guy that could dig through dirt, and there were rocks in a lot of places, and you had to collect. No laughing. You had to collect diamonds.
It's a funny game.
Like Lode Runner?
Load
Kind
Runner.
of.
That's Load Runner.
that-
Kind of.
No. I was freaking in Load Runner.
Lode Runner is amazing.
Here's the thing. There was an announcement this week that they're making a new version of Boulder Dash.
All right.
A new version, and
mean-
I'm excited. And you guys would be excited if they were making a new Load Runner.
You mean for
Dude,
like
I would be-
Xbox Live Arcade? Like redoing
Yeah, I think so. I think
Didn't
they're,
they say DS,
they're making a new
PSP?
sequel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not like, a
full on I think a reimagining.
Would that not be a little bit like Fracture?
Well, it's not a remake.
Think about it.
I don't want to think
Like
about Fracture.
Fracture's like a
ever again.
modern Boulder Dash.
Maybe.
Oh.
All right.
Touche.
Here, let's do this and just get out of here.
And I love the original Halloween. There's a few things I want to say. One is the original Halloween is a genius movie, and we always have that. So this is gonna be different. But
That's your excuse for all remakes. Because I feel like if that's the point, don't fucking do Halloween. I mean, if you really are gonna be like, well, I have the old Halloween, don't make a new Halloween.
the original Halloween was great because we saw that glimpse of Michael Myers as a
Right.
kid, and
Right.
we had to fill in the blanks. I'd love for us to just, talk about for a second that it's not about what you don't see. Like you have to, it's about showing it in the proper way. I think there's two sides to the coin.
Yeah.
It's not about what you don't see, but it's also about what you do see and making that creepy.
Right.
But it is about showing and not showing. The fin is about what we don't see. What we
Right.
don't see is the menace
giant
beneath
menace
the fin.
Right.
swimming
So it is
around,
about what we don't
stalking.
see.
If you ever want to know the difference between it's all about what you don't see
Right.
and being able to see everything, watch Jaws, then watch Deep Blue Sea. 'Cause
But
you know what I mean?
But what you
Like,
saw was shit. But I think
Rennie
there's a difference.
Harlan versus Steven Spielberg.
But
like-
there's a difference between what you saw was shit as opposed to what you saw as great.
But all I'm saying is that for me, like You can't make Saw 2. Saw doesn't exist if you don't see those things happening in a very graphic, disgusting way.
I disagree wholeheartedly. I think these directors, like Eli Roth with the Hostels,
Yeah.
yeah, we all thought about it. Yes. Me putting a dot and a plural is not a good idea.
Never good.
And the Saws, the showing the thing, is the Kevin Bacon getting the knife through the chest and the mattress. Like, it is, the Jasons and the Freddys were about cool deaths.
I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that style. I'm just saying why I'm not excited about Halloween is I don't like where the slasher film has gone in the last 10 years.
Right.
Well, hopefully it'll be
Rainy.
awesome. It's not on my list.
All right, cool.
Good.
All right, everybody, before we get to our viewer email, which is going to be a noggin noober, whatever that means, we do have a little bit of business to discuss with you, the people that are watching us. We, up until now, have been releasing our episodes Tuesday night at 5, which has been working great, except for the fact that because it's so close to the release of Dignation, we have become this epic juggernaut of bandwidth sucking because we have become an actually...
It's like we turned into a maid that is sucking the air out of a planet.
Whoa, and her suck turned to blow.
Wow.
Her suck turned to blow.
Sucked her to blow, and it was all because she was the Statue of Liberty from the end of the Planet of the Apes. Anyway, that was the end of it. It took a second.
Yes.
I was there.
I'm there.
But we're going to now shift. They're shifting the release of Dignation a little earlier, and they're going to shift the release of this show just a little bit later. So instead of Tuesdays at 5, the show's now going to be released Wednesdays at noon. So Wednesdays at noon. So yeah, if you're waiting Tuesday nights 5, it's your TRS time. Open up your newspaper, throw it away because it's not what you're doing, and then you turn on the computer and it's not there. Don't get mad at us. Get mad at the bandwidth gurus.
.com. Bandwidthgurus.com is actually the people that are forcing us.
And of course, all of these are in Pacific Standard Time. So your
very Pacific.
local time may vary, but Pacific Standard Time is
Is
going
5
to be
p.m.
noon.
PST? Noon. Noons.
Noon on
So
Wednesday.
3 o'clock on the East Coast.
3 o'clock in the
Yeah,
East.
and we have a lot of international viewers, so it's going to be there's
So
going to be
it'll
some
be,
Greenwich Mean Timing.
Yeah. So it'll
around
be
the world.
2008. Every episode will come out at 12 o'clock 2008 in Greenwich Mean Time. Let's move on to the first email. shall we?
Email.
First, I mean last and only. Here we go. This is from Brett from Winnipeg. And he says, this is going to be a little long for me to read, but that's all right. He said, if your life became a cheesy 80s horror movie, gentlemen,
I like where this is
what
going
kind
already.
of character would you be?
I would not like for this to happen.
I agree. Well, let's see.
Okay.
Would you be the hero that kills the creature? Would you be the cocky jock/douchebag that gets cut in half while fucking his girlfriend on a stranger's bed?
Kevin Bacon.
Or others. The idiot that says, what was that? Knowing full well that there's an undead killer on the loose, but decides to go down into the creepy basement to check it out anyway. Maybe that would be Dan. Or the nerd/geek that just so happens to have a book on how to kill said creature, but still bites it in the end. Or other stereotypical characters. That's from Brett from Winnipeg.
Very cool. Very
Jeff,
cool.
what would you say?
I like this email. It's very cool.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see what the viewers think we would all be. Interesting.
I don't want to open that door.
Yeah, label me. Never a good idea.
That's a good point. Anyway, for myself, I think if I was, I'm thinking.
I know who you are. I know who you are.
Yeah, I do too.
Do you know? He's the guy who killed the monster.
Cool.
Oh, really?
He's the guy.
I would
Jack,
say
who when there's a issue at hand ever, he doesn't let anyone get off the hook. He handles it. Jeff's the guy if there's someone talking in the movies behind you. He doesn't just give the turn and look. He will make them be
gets up
quiet.
and shuts them
Yes.
up.
He
But
is
that-
the doer,
make
and
me
he's,
seem like a
and he's
decent-
the
but that-
moral good.
That leaves me to believe that maybe he's the guy that's fucking his girlfriend on the stranger's bed, gets cut in half. Or maybe he is the, no offense, the idiot that goes, what was that? And then goes, knowing that there is a killer on the loose.
Right,
I'm saying it could be any of those.
Because his bravery.
His bravery
Is stupidity.
Is stupidity.
well, if I was in one of these movies,
talking about
I know
Jeff.
that's cool. That's cool. If I was,
When does Jeff get here?
if I was in one of these movies,
Yes.
as an actor, I would want a really spectacular death. I would want like Freddy Krueger style. Your greatest strength becomes your greatest
weakness.
Now,
Yeah.
like, I am the dungeon master.
Oh, well, that's my favorite
Yeah.
Nightmare on Elm Street, by the way.
it's
Because it's
everyone's.
superheroes,
Yeah.
basically.
Yes.
But no, but you know how like the guy who works out all the time, Freddy comes and he
Oh,
breaks
yeah.
his arms and stuff.
Yeah.
And
you
the
want that?
not
As
as
an
not
actor,
as
not
an
as a
actor,
human being.
as like the guy in the movie. That'd be awesome. But
Yeah.
obviously, I don't.
As a
want
human
that.
being, he would like to survive.
It would be nice. How about you, Alex?
That was the succubus. I'm gonna say that. Well, clearly, I would love to be the cocky jock douchebag that's banging the hot cheerleader chick on some guy's bed and dies the spectacular
the
death.
worst.
It is the best. You're banging the hot chick.
But he never
and
goes. He never gets to finish.
yeah, but that's the best
That's the
time to
worst
die.
part to me. It's like, no, he
It's
doesn't
not
get
like
to.
Sisyphus.
It's like you're even more. You're like that's why I think they include those scenes. You're never more vulnerable
than when you haven't.
than
came.
you're like naked. You know what I mean? And you're
I get that.
boning.
I understand.
Every
that.
time I have sex, all I can think about
is Freddy fucking Krueger.
yeah.
But so that's why, as like a guy, I'd be like, that would be the epic way to go out banging, literally. But I think I would probably end up being the nerd that like has the book and be like, I know about the Genji.
the Genji.
Yeah.
Oh,
warrior.
demons! I've got a whole volume
Yeah.
on demons.
What kind of demons? What kind of plane are we talking? Ethereal or? Other?
Ah,
No,
that's
Genji.
me too.
Yeah.
I think.
Do you guys watch
don't watch
Supernatural?
No.
Oh my god. Okay.
So that's your
Yeah.
whole answer, Dan? Is that's me
I
too?
think that's me too. Yes. Because I always felt like the dude in Scream guy, the one who knows what's going on.
Oh, you're the movie nerd who's like,
Right.
like I've seen this before.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't go in there. And
Who do you think I would be?
1972.
That's pretty much right.
Yeah. I mean, that's me in life.
No, you're the girl that Alex is banging. I just wanted
I'm not
I just wanted to
gonna-
make it
No.
awkward.
I'm not going to
That's
take that
terrible.
movie.
I will say
The
that.
Munchie Cheese, the live action revival.
Wait, Munchie or remember Munchies?
Munchies, Munchos,
When
the
it,
chips?
no, Munchies, the movie that
Oh,
where
Munchies,
kills the
like-
guy by turning up the
It's like-
volume
yeah,
too
yeah,
loud
yeah.
in his headphones.
It was
Yeah.
like Critters.
And
It
we're
was like
going to New
Critters.
Jersey.
Yeah.
Yes.
That whole genre of weird, not scary, but was scary back then,
Ghoulies.
ghoulies in the toilet.
Yeah.
Awesome. So
Why
Beth
am I the
Winnipeg,
girl
I hope
that-
you're...
I
No,
don't
it's okay.
like
You
it.
don't have to be the girl every time.
All right.
It's just a joke, Dan. I'm
It
sorry.
was just a joke. So if you want to get in touch with us, if you want to send us an email, send it to fans@totallyradshow.com. We've been effervescent at getting back to people. I know that's totally not the right word.
Bubbly?
Yeah. In the
Seltzer water?
What was it? What's the thing? Like on it?
On top of it?
Yeah, but
On
it's-
Rose? Right on top of that?
The thing
Rose?
that we're not at all right now.
Right, but soon we will be. We've been right on top. What is that? Like we've been.
Yeah, I'm with you.
It's something about
I'm
effervescent.
traveling down the road, but
when we all
not-
sit and try to think of the
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, we're on the Great Space Coaster of language.
You know, you
And,
can.
Gary
The
Gibson.
point is, it's fun to receive emails. We enjoy it, and that's where you should send them.
Fans@totallyradshow.com.
Also, we enjoy reading the forums, and the forums are at our website, which is www.totallyradshow.com. You can sign up and post there. We'll read it. It's a great community that loves to interact.
And we love to answer those questions as well.
Yeah.
Periodically.
Verbs.
Periodically.
We're also
Adverbs.
now on Facebook,
Yes, we are also still on MySpace.
but we are also still in MySpace.
We are double douching.
And I'm on Verb, because somebody asked me to do that.
What the hell's verb?
It's a thing that's like those two things.
But it's
A
called
social
verb.
networking site?
Yeah.
MySpace.com/totallyradshow. And
where that
you'll
is.
get us updating you. If you
Yes.
become a friend, it's cool because you'll find out every time the episode launches, we let you know if we're doing something special, like the live taping thing
Yep.
that we attended, we'll let you know through the MySpace. So it's a good way to find out about stuff because you can't really get that info from the main website.
Right, and also if you are on Facebook, there is search in the groups. There is the Totally Rad Show fans
Yeah.
group that
We're in there.
we're all. Except you're not.
And also, if you are watching us on iTunes,
Oh yes.
we are now available in the large QuickTime format on iTunes. So it would be great if you would subscribe to that. It would help our ratings out. Even if you're already subscribed to the small QuickTime, it's great to resubscribe.
And
it really helps us out.
The large QuickTime looks
Much better.
so amazing.
Yeah.
And if you like the show and you're like telling people about it because it
Yeah.
speaks to
Thank you for that.
please do that, and it would really help
Nice
us as
switcher.
well to keep on hitting the subscribe, unsubscribe, and resubscribe. tell your friends to do that because the more you
people
do that,
get
the
to
better
see
we
it.
are ranked
Yeah.
in iTunes, and then more people find out about it, and you get to be a part of something that's really cool
Yep.
and big, as opposed to.
And then we can all buy like motorcycles, and then the beginning of it would be like us reenacting Tron moments.
Wait a minute, we get motorcycles?
I didn't tell you about that? No, I'm just kidding. I'd love one.
We'll use Razor scooters to reenact.
That's awesome. We would too.
That's actually. I wish you didn't say that because that's a great.
That would have been a great
Yeah.
intro. Yeah. So we'd also like to thank our sponsors, which is epic that we even have sponsors. First off, we are doing the first month annual GoDaddy.com TRS Rad contest.
Yeah, the Go Ratty.
The GoRaddy.com. So
we've gotten a lot of really awesome entries already.
I know.
It's really
gonna
cool.
be tough.
Yeah.
When we did this on Dig Nation, it's so tough to figure out which one should get the shirt and be the
But
winner.
keep submitting, keep sending to fans@totallyradshow.com your domains that you've registered using the /TRS1 code at GoDaddy.com.
Yes,
TRS, then the number one.
the number one and no slash.
Oh.
Just TRS1 when you check out.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Which will give you 10% off any order,
Very cool.
which is hot. And also, we'd like to thank Netflix. If you haven't signed up for Netflix, you have to check it out. If you go to www.netflix.com, the www is important, /TRS, you can sign up for a 2-week free trial. No questions asked. If you don't like the service, go ahead and cancel it, but you will like the service, so go do it.
You rent movies and they get to you the next day.
Yeah,
and
cool.
you send them back and they get them the next day. It's like a very smooth
Yeah.
surface.
Well, that's it for this edition of the Totally Rad Show. I'm Alex Albrecht.
I'm Jeff Kanata.
I'm Dan Trachtenberg.
Until next week.
We got dudes with nothing better to do. Get abducted by the crew of the Starship Alpha-2. They're from the planet Q, which do space-time. Never stuck in 82 and miles. They need a hero
What's in the box?
and give us their reviews of games and movies too. Sure hope you're not confused. I swear it's all true. Not just the premise too. The Totally Rad Show.
You're not confused.
Stupid.
I wanted to do when he was
And I can see all obstacles in my way.
when you were talking about Die Hard, I wanted to go walking on broken. That's the jump.
That's awesome.